So it was hard to miss in the past week that allegedly we have found these incredible, big, cylindrical shaped structures under one of the pyramids of Giza. There are these scientists who come forward and who claim that it's real. Then that story had been picked up by Jay Anderson, aka Project Unity, and he ran with it, making a video selling it as if the whole thing is undoubtedly real and can't be questioned. That video was then watched by Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience, so that really popularized it. Suddenly everyone talks about it. And I want to make a bit of sense in this video, because what we see here is just another great example of how information can just take on its own life and go out there. And if people don't question it, then it is taken for granted. Everyone starts believing it. That's exactly what happened here. Where does this piece of information originate from? It originates from claims made by two researchers, okay, one Italian, one Scottish, and it links back to one specific press conference that is still available on YouTube. I'll link this video to you guys as well. That's the thumbnail they're using, and I'm looking at the thumbnail and I'm already like, okay, we're neck deep in ancient aliens territory here, okay? Like, what is this? Like a freaking Stargate? Do you really want to make serious claims about groundbreaking information about the stuff that you found under the Pyramids of Giza, and this is the thumbnail you're using? Anyway, put that aside, okay? Let's not get bogged down on the thumbnail. This is a 5-minute press release, okay, by, I believe this is the Italian researcher. This is Nicole Ciccolo. I'm sorry if I don't say her name correctly. My Italian is not great. But here she is in this video making these claims that they have found evidence of these structures sitting underneath the pyramid, this one specific pyramid of Giza. And as it always is, people are immediately jumping to conclusions and throwing out these incredible visuals. Like, what is it? How does it look? Who really cares? It looks like this, right? So here we have, I don't know, 2 twin towers, incredibly long replicas of the World Trade Center sitting under the Pyramids of Giza. Okay, so everyone jumps into their little 3D software creating amazing visuals. Here's another one that I found. Okay, this is how it looks. Look at these elongated cylinders with like coils around it. We know all this. What are they doing? Is it big springs that can propel the pyramids up into space? We don't know, but we do know that it's all real, that these structures exist. And it's like, hold on a second. Can we just have a brief look at what actually is going on here? Now, a lot of this confusion that's currently going on links back to a paper that these two same scientists or researchers published in 2022. This is the paper. I'll link it in the description as well. It is titled Synthetic Aperture Radar, SAR, Doppler Tomography Reveals Details of Undiscovered High-Resolution Internal Structures of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Okay, so note, they're not talking about something they found under the Pyramid of Giza. They are saying that they used this SAR radar to discover previously undiscovered spaces, rooms, internal structures within the Pyramids of Giza. And again, this paper came out in 2022. Now, why did this publication get no attention? Why haven't you heard about it before? Right, before they came out a week ago and everyone started to look at it. The reason is, from what I could find, the claims they're making about these new, previously unknown internal structures within the Pyramids of Giza link back to them misreading the results of their SAR scanner. Okay, so what that means is they scanned the Pyramids of Giza. They were like, oh my God, look, there's a space we didn't know about before. And they quickly published this paper and then it got peer-reviewed. And a lot of other people looked at it, like scientists and researchers and Egyptologists, I guess. And they looked at it and said like, we knew these structures are there. This scan does not reveal anything new. So this paper that the same researchers published in 2022 just fell flat. Okay, once it got peer-reviewed, it was revealed that it does not really introduce us to any new information. So therefore, there seems to be already a little bit of a question mark over the heads of those two researchers. Now, when it comes to the discovery of these structures underneath the pyramids we're talking about now, there is no paper. They have not published any paper. All they have published is this few minutes press release, okay, this statement that this woman gives, seemingly inside her hotel room or wherever she is, making these statements, making trust me bro claims, right? Trust me, we've totally discovered something. It's groundbreaking. It's all these things. And then you have people like Project Unity and obviously Joe Rogan running with it. They're like, oh, this is crazy. This changes everything. Okay, we always knew it. Furthermore, this talk was given in mid-March at a non-academic conference. So it's not even that this was broadcasted initially at some serious scientific Egyptology conference. No, it was a non-academic conference and no official paper has been published on those findings yet. Okay, so again, keep in mind, they have this history of when they publish the paper, it gets peer reviews and it crumbles like a sandcastle in the rain. This time, they just seem to have skipped that step. They're like, we're just not publishing a paper. How about we do a YouTube video with a thumbnail that looks like an ancient alien episode? So, did they actually discover something under the pyramids? Yes. Yes, they did. But as you would have expected, there's a whole bunch of things nobody mentions when it comes to these scans. These are the original scans. That's how they look. So you can see, that seems to be some kind of indicator of elongated structures there in the wider sense. But let's be honest, bro. Coming from this to this, bit of a stretch. Okay, little bit of a stretch. So you can see people are taking their creative freedom and visualizing this. They're like, yeah, put some cool coils around these cylinders. It's like, really, is that what we're doing? Now, anyway, I've gathered a few comments of Egyptologists and other people who have looked at this data. Even it's not out yet as a paper and it's not peer-reviewed, but you get comments like this one. They discovered a pair of underground structures, one shallow, one deep, beneath the royal graveyard near the 4,500-year-old Great Pyramid. The archaeologists described the structures as an anomaly because their density differs from that of the surrounding ground. But the 3D models that have been created, like the one we looked at earlier and this one, are just ridiculous stretches. The voids underneath the Giza plateau are most likely hypogenic iron ore cave formations directly connected to natural supply of sulfur-bearing gas. And the other question mark that sits around these results and insights that these people claim are totally real and legit is that they used an SAR scanner. Now, SAR scanners are not actually used to scan under the surface. SAR scanners are used to scan surfaces. So you, for example, attach them to very, very expensive and fairly big and heavy satellites that then fly over the Earth and map the terrain of the Earth. That's what you use an SAR scanner for. It can only penetrate around 25 meters under the surface of the Earth if you use it the right way and you have perfect conditions. In most cases, it will not go beyond 5 meters of clarity under the surface. So that also doesn't really make sense to me. Why would they go and claim that they used an SAR scanner to get those scans and come to those conclusions because they're claiming like it goes 600 meters under the Earth? It's like, where does that information come from? So once again, yes, they did find things under the pyramids of Giza. Most likely they are naturally occurring iron ore cave formations. Okay, so yes, there are caverns. Seems like there are caverns, which to be honest is quite a cool groundbreaking discovery, right? That there are like caves, naturally occurring caves under the pyramids of Giza. Cool stuff. But we have to push it forward, right? Because that story is not cool enough for people like Project Unity. So we gotta really push that narrative and make sure that it's all man-made, it's ancient aliens, and it's just like cylinders with coils around it. But if you actually dive into it, it is more than flimsy research and it falls apart. And I'm happy to stand corrected on this. Maybe they will publish a paper on this that comes out later and it will get peer-reviewed by other archaeologists and Egyptologists and other researchers. And they say, yep, this is legit. This is definitely some kind of artificially created cavern. Dude, I'll make a video. I'll stand corrected. But as it currently stands, based on the information we have right now, it's not that, okay? And I can't stand that everyone's running with it and claiming that the pyramid's taking off into freaking space any minute now is just around the corner because we have now insights into these great structures underneath. It's ridiculous, it is not credible, and it is based on crumbling research. That's my opinion. That's how I read this. Feel free to leave your thoughts on this down in the comment section below. Look, man, looking at this in the bigger picture, I don't know why these people put this information out there the way they do. What is their intent? Because they know as well that the scan we looked at a minute ago does not exactly represent what we're showing in these mock-ups and these visuals, right? So why do they do it? I don't know. All I know is that, scientific work is often built around begging for grants, okay, trying to get money for your work. It's not exactly, sometimes in some cases it is, but in some it's not exactly very profitable. You're not getting extremely rich by doing scientific work, begging for grants that then holds your head over water for a few years. So maybe, and this is me speculating, okay, maybe we have another case here of people discovering that actually, if you sell people the big ancient alien dream based on a bunch of scans like this, it's much more profitable. You get invited to interviews, you can write a book that people will buy, you can do live streams, and they're just overall way more platforms for you to monetize a story like that, rather than just doing serious scientific research on the pyramids of Giza. So my feeling is that this is about making money, okay, as it is so often. Again, I don't know this. I don't say this is ultimately what it is. That's how I read the situation. That's how it feels to me. These people intentionally blow up their findings in order to tell a story that's larger than the one they've actually found. And I mean, beyond all that, if you have rock solid findings like that, no pun intended, okay, but if you have rock solid findings like this, and it's 100% confirmed that there are man-made or artificial structures, caverns, cylinders, whatever, underneath the Pyramid of Giza, dude, you don't make a press conference from your hotel room or wherever she recorded this. You just publish a paper. You just publish a rock solid paper, and then you lean back and get everyone who knows about that stuff to confirm it, peer review it, and there you go. That's your win. Why don't you do this? Why till this day do we not have an official paper that really digs deep into it? You got to ask yourself that question. Why do we only have that funny press conference? You know what I mean? That's already dodgy in and of itself. If you have the information and it is true without a doubt, just publish it. Publish it professionally, go through due process, get it confirmed, right, by other scientists, and there you go. Now you're winning, okay? Why are they not doing that? Ask yourself that question. So anyway, guys, that's my take on this. Feel free to share your thoughts down in the comment section below. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe I've missed some information. This is just me digging into it, and hopefully it made some sense and cleared some of this information up. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button. I would appreciate that. You can also subscribe for more. You can also join our Discord. The link to that is in the description. It's a lovely community over there where you can discuss things like structures underneath pyramids and other mysterious things. But we also talk politics and video games. It's just a nice community. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I see you in the next one. I'm out. Bye.